Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena. We're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Landover. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's 3rd and short.
Let's go. 70 range, 70 range. 60 maverick, 60 maverick. Ready?
Daniels from the pistol. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Nice kick there. It's a punt at 53 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. They've got 1st down from the 31.
On the red.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
11. Hey, Lion. Go.
Lawrence throwing here. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Red on red.
Lawrence in the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cup. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Hey, kill. Here we go, Howard.
Lawrence working from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
Daniels on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look.
Ready, go!
They'll take an option to the right on first down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
Here we go, shot.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Piniero's kick is good. And they're on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Chooses to bring this one out. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Hey, run! Hit.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Fits it through the middle. On the move, past the 40. At the 20. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pull ahead 6-3 in the first. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught in stride by McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 3. Slot man motioned over. Play fake here. Daniels. He lets a heater go deep. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 35 out of that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Lawrence now off the play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hey, go!
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. Fights up a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumbled forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. And he gets this forward to the 19. That's a short gain of 1. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Return lanes don't open for him. He stopped shy of the 15. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Viking 18. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Free inside the 30. To the 10. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a one-score game in the first half. Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Red.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Lion, Lion. Silver.
And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? Now, I think there's a good case for that to go either way, but the officials decided he was the more egregious offender, so it's offensive interference. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20.
Easy.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Easy. Read it, 44. Read it. Think right.
Here's 2nd and 7. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Commanders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go. 7 Pirates.
They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 2. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Come on. Set. Hut.
Here's Daniels. He completes it in traffic. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And the first down pass set away by a defender, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Ready. 60 Bobcat.
Again, Daniels to the air. This is McCaffrey, left side. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Now Daniels off the play action. Got a man, Palmer has it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Ready. Go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. This throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs.
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Rip, 23. Hot.
First down throw, Lawrence has his man, it's Pacheco. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the defender comes away with it. Mike Sandra still makes the play. And the Commanders make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go. Trap 60, trap 60.
Daniels on first down. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Second down and 10. Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit.
14.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Boston Cyber set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's going to wind up out of bounds right where the former touchback used to be along the 25-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Hey, go.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Let's go.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches.
Here we go.
Lawrence working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Chased out to his right. Gets out of trouble. He's keeping it. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here.
Brought down back at the 23-yard line.
Sink right. Go, go. 13, Luke. Luke. Here we go.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Called in left side. And he goes out a little short of the 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Hey, easy. Route, route. Route, route.
Motioning left is Thomas. And this is a huge loss on the play. All right, here we go. Second down.
Hey, hey, hey. 30 left.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Commanders pick this one up. The damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Here's first and 10 from the 34.
Go! Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Sack. Mustang 19. Ready.
On second and 10 now, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Now.
Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Third and long for Daniels. This ball's caught by Palmer. And they get this down to the 28.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Seibert's kick is up and good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Hey, run. Take right open. Open.
Lawrence to throw it. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
24. Go, let's go.
Tight end going in motion here.
Here we go.
To the air, third and long. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41.
11. Hey, kill.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That's incomplete left side.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction, but how well the defense had that one covered.
Hey, let's go. Go.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they pick him off again! And the Commanders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done. I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. And a man is there to knock that away. That one vehemently swatted away. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. And they send a man in motion. From the gun, it's Daniels. Completed to his running back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Okay, ready? Here we go, set! Timberwolf. 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 19 Lion. Ready?
And he's got a free play here. That's caught for the first. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. The Commanders leaving their offense on the field. We got a two-point try coming up.
Ready?
Again, Daniels to the air. Escapes the pocket. And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion! Hey, kill! Here we go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars now within 1 score in the 4th. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Ready?
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Go!
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Got it. Ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Set. Go.
From the 43. This is McCaffrey, left side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Daniels from the pistol. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Let's go.
2nd and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Come on. Set. Come 19. Come 19.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Hits his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he sends this one straight up, trying to stick them deep. And great special teams execution on that punt. It's inside the 10, reaches the 8. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Running right is Pacheco. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. Jukes one defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Hey, run!
Now Lawrence has his man. It's Pacheco. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Red, 23.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. And a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
All right, here we go. Done.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
All right, let's go.
Now to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and we practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. To throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Running right with Chubb. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Through the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. They get 40 on the big hitter. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.